Want to speak real Spanish from your first lesson? Sign up for your free lifetime account at SpanishPod101.com.
Hello there, my beautiful, beautiful friends of SpanishPod101.com. As you might know, my name is Diego.
Y yo soy Efraín.
And in today's video, we're going to check negations in Spanish.
Claro.
A very interesting topic, not only for beginners, but also for intermediate level students. So guys, if you're interested, enjoy this video.
Woo!
Y bueno, hoy nos encontramos en un bosque aquí en la Ciudad de México para grabar este fantástico video y vamos a aprender cómo se forman las negaciones en español. Es algo que es muy sencillo, pero también hay algo que es muy diferente al inglés y esos son las dobles negaciones que también vamos a cubrir en este video. Así es de que, chicos, abróchense sus cinturones y vamos a comenzar. Okay guys, so now let's start with general rules of the negation in Spanish. So the word that you need to remember mostly is no.
No.
And yeah, that's the word that we use in every sentence that we want to negate. But what about collocation? Where should you put it? Remember that in Spanish we have different moods. Tenemos diferentes modos. Maybe you have already heard about them. Indicativo, we have subjuntivo, we have also imperativo, and the placement is always before the conjugated verb. That's the rule of thumb that you need to remember in Spanish. Contrary to English, in Spanish we don't use an auxiliary verb. So it's only the word no. But how does that work? Let's start with the indicative mood.
Yes.
Let's say a sentence, for example.
Diego es puntual. Diego no es puntual.
So there you have it. Es, el verbo ser, is in indicative mood. Diego es puntual. Presente indicativo. And the negation, the word no, is placed before the conjugated verb.
Sí.
So it should be Diego no es puntual. But that's a lie because I am actually very punctual. But the thing is that you need to check that it comes first the subject, then the negation, and then the conjugated verb. That's the rule of thumb that you need to remember. Diego es puntual. Diego no es puntual. Let's check now the subjuntivo, the subjunctive mood. Now let's see an example.
Espero que tengas pareja. Espero que no tengas pareja.
Exactly. And there you have the verb tener en su presente subjuntivo, tengas, and there you have it. Espero que tengas pareja or espero que no tengas pareja.
Sí. Yeah. And actually this rule also works with infinitive verbs.
That's correct.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Like, for example, no comer en México es un pecado. No comer en México es un pecado.
Exactly.
So comer is in infinitive.
That's correct. And obviously in this case you don't need a subject because the verb is not even conjugated. So no comer en México es un pecado. Or another example, like in a church, for example, you can see no hacer ruido, no tomar fotografías. And that's a negation once again. So it's no and then the verb. That's the rule of thumb.
Yes.
Okay guys, now just a quick note about this last topic about the subjuntivo. Normally, remember that you can form the subjuntivo with an indicativo first. As we said, espero que no tengas novia. Espero is in indicative mode. And que no tengas novia is in the subjunctive mode. So how can you know if you need to place the negation, the no, before the indicative or the subjunctive? Well, it depends on what you want to stress. You want to stress the fact of hoping, or you want to stress of not having a girlfriend. Let's check the difference. So for example, if you say no espero que tengas novia, is like I don't expect you to have a girlfriend because maybe you're not attractive or probably you're not desirable.
Or simply You don't have expectations of that, like.
Yeah, I don't have expectations. Exactly.
But it's not that you're ugly. You're beautiful as you are. Nah, it's just an example. Let's continue.
But if you say, espero que no tengas novia, is okay, so you're attractive, but I hope that you don't have a girlfriend, right? So you're attractive in that case. So you see, it depends on what you want to stress. The fact of you're not hoping or that he doesn't have a girlfriend. Ok, guys, vamos a continuar con el siguiente modo. Es el modo imperativo, the imperative mood. So, as you know, there are two ways for conjugating the imperative mood, the positive imperative and the negative imperative. Tenemos la forma imperativo, que es la positiva, y recuerda que esto va a ser algo como sal, vete, escucha, tráeme, ve, etc. Y tenemos la forma negativa, que en realidad es un verbo conjugado en subjuntivo. Ya, el imperativo negativo es un subjuntivo. ¿Ok?
Sí.
So, we have, for example, no veas.
No hagas. No te sientes.
No te sientes, etcétera, etcétera, etcétera.
No hables.
And then the negation, the word no, always comes before the imperative.
Sí.
No veas, no escuches, no hagas. You see? Okay, guys, so now let's check the double negations. First of all, no is an adverb. But in Spanish, we have other adverbs that refer to different types of negations.
Yeah.
So, for example, we have ningún or ninguna, the feminine version.
Nada.
And we have nada, we have nadie, we have nunca, we
Tampoco,
have jamás, tampoco, ni. So we're going to explain this in a detailed list. But, so how can I know if I need to use only one adverb or the double negations? The double negation is basically when you combine no plus a verb and then an adverb. Let's check how to use them.
Okay, let's start with ningún and ninguna, which is basically the absence of an object. For example, ninguna escuela te puede enseñar las leyes de la vida. Ninguna escuela te puede enseñar las leyes de la vida. Okay, now let's see this with a double negation. No plus ningún or ninguna. For example, no he ido a ningún campamento este verano. No he ido a ningún campamento este verano. Since we have the sentence he ido, we put the negation before. No he ido. Now we want to negate the object. No he ido a ningún campamento.
Yeah, good. Okay, guys, something to notice here is that ningún can only be used with masculine, ningún, and ninguna for feminine. We don't have the plural form, so we don't say ever ningunos or ninguna. It's always ningún plus singular masculine, ninguna, singular feminine, plus an object.
The next one we have is nadie. And nadie is basically anybody or nobody. So, for example, nadie vino a la fiesta. Nadie vino a la fiesta. Okay, now with double negations. No hay nadie en casa. No hay nadie en casa.
Muy bien, en este caso estás anteponiendo, so you are placing before the verb haber, which is no hay nadie en la fiesta, which is similar as in English, like there is no one at the party.
I said there is no one at my home or at house.
Oh, okay.
But at the party is cool.
Yeah, at the party is cool.
Thank you.
At the party in your house, right?
At the party at my house. Seguimos con la palabra nada. Nada. Nada, which is basically the inexistence or the absence of everything.
Yeah.
So, let me give you an example with nada. Nada es lo que parece. Hey, like the movie. But what is the name of that movie? Nada es lo que parece.
It's actually that. Nada es lo que parece.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's the name of the movie.
So, but they have this phrase, nada es lo que parece.
Yeah, it's like that. That's the movie, bro. Nada es lo que parece.
Well, Now with double negations. No hay nada que hacer. No hay nada que hacer. Another one. No he comido nada. No he comido nada.
You can also combine nada with de plus an uncountable noun, okay, or an abstract noun. And with this, it emphasizes the absence of that object. So, for example, you can say, no hay nada de agua en mi casa.
Claro.
Or, for example, no hay nada de igualdad en este país.
Oh, mira.
Oh,
mira.
Che, el avionazo, güey.
No, man, no es avionazo. By the way, avionazo is when you don't pay attention to the other one.
Yeah, when you say, oh, yeah.
Sure.
But you're just not paying attention.
Yeah, that's avionazo. That's an avionazo.
An avionazo.
Now, with a double negation. No he ido nunca a Europa. No he ido nunca a Europa. See, by the way, if you place nunca before, it's the same idea. Nunca he ido a Europa. Or no he ido nunca a Europa.
Exactly. Very good. So here is just like stressing. Stressing. That's it. But it's basically the same idea. Nunca cuentes mi secreto, the same as no cuentes nunca mi secreto. Yeah?
Okay, now we have an alternative of nunca. It's basically the same. And this is jamás. Jamás. For example, Claudia no ha subido jamás a las montañas. Claudia jamás ha subido a las montañas.
Muy bien. Okay, guys, now let's check tampoco. And tampoco is a bit tricky because tampoco is an agreement in the negative form. So when someone negates something and you are like, oh, me neither, then that's where you need to use tampoco. Now, tampoco you can use it all by itself. And when you use it all by itself, it means something sort of not even. So when you use it all by itself, you can say, Efra, tampoco tengo 15 años. Like, I don't even have 15 years. But when you use it with the negation, is neither. For example, yo nunca he saltado en bungee. ¿Y tú?
Yo tampoco. Yo tampoco he saltado en bungee. Yo tampoco.
Exactly. Or he can say, no he saltado en bungee tampoco, which is basically the same. So there you have the double negation. But yes, indeed, you can use tampoco all by itself in a sense of not even.
Sí. Hoy tienes que regresar a las 10 a la casa.
Vamos, Efra, tampoco tengo 15 años.
Tampoco soy tu mamá. Llega a la hora que quieras. Okay, let's continue with ni, and this is the last one. Ni is basically nor, okay? And it is almost exclusive for double negations. When you want to add a negation to something, you put ni. So for example, no toco el piano, ni la guitarra, ni la batería, ni la puerta. No toco ni la puerta.
¿Ni la puerta tocas?
No, I don't knock the door.
Okay. So ni is nor. Remember, this is for adding negation after negation after negation.
¿Sí?
It works with verbs, it works with nouns, it works with whatever you can add to that negation. Very good.
That's it for today, my beautiful friends of SpanishPod101.com. We are very happy that you watched us today, so please give us your thumbs up, don't forget that. And also, write your comments down there. What do you think about this video? And don't forget to subscribe and click on the notifications also, so you can see and so you can notice every time we upload a new video. So that's it for today. Así que nos vemos.
Hasta luego, chicos.
Bye.